Welcome to pure art. Before the fame, before the money, and long before the controversies, Conor McGregor was just a young fighter from Dublin, Ireland, chasing something bigger than himself. Born in Crumlin, McGregor grew up around boxing gyms and working-class struggles. He wasn't seen as a prodigy at first. In fact, many doubted whether he could even survive in professional MMA. But Conor had something rare: absolute belief. After early fights in Cage Warriors, his confidence started to turn into results. He wasn't just winning. He was talking, selling, and building a persona that the sport had never seen before. When he entered the UFC in 2013, nobody expected what would happen next. Precision striking, sharp timing, and a charisma that changed how fighters promoted themselves forever. Within a few years, McGregor became the first fighter in UFC history to hold two belts simultaneously, featherweight and lightweight. For many fans, he wasn't just a champion, he was the future of MMA. But success at that level comes with pressure. And sometimes, chaos follows greatness. As Conor McGregor's fame grew, so did the pressure around his career in mixed martial arts, or MMA. What once looked like unstoppable momentum slowly turned into controversy, rivalry, and personal challenges outside the cage. The feud with Khabib Nurmagomedov became one of the most intense rivalries ever seen in MMA history. It wasn't just about rankings anymore. It became emotional, political, and deeply personal. Press conferences turned chaotic. Social media escalated tensions. And when they finally met, at UFC 229, the world wasn't watching just a fight. It was watching a moment that would redefine Conor's legacy. After losing that fight, questions started to grow. Was McGregor still focused on competition? Or had fame changed the direction of his career? Long breaks between fights, injuries, and legal issues created uncertainty around his future in mixed martial arts MMA. Some critics believed he had already reached his peak. Others argued that his influence outside the cage had become even bigger than his performances inside it. Yet every time his name appeared in headlines, the sport itself gained attention. Because Conor McGregor wasn't just a fighter anymore. He had become a symbol of how modern MMA merged entertainment, personality, and global media. And even during setbacks, one thing never changed. People kept watching. When people talk about Conor McGregor today, the conversation goes far beyond wins and losses. Inside the world of MMA, his presence reshaped how fighters approach fame, pressure, and identity. He wasn't just another champion. He became a symbol of how storytelling changed combat sports. Before McGregor, many athletes focused only on technique. After him, personality became part of the fight. But legacy is never simple. Some analysts believe his greatest victories happened outside the cage, where he influenced business deals, media attention, and global popularity. Others argue that the chaos surrounding his later career shows how dangerous rapid success can be for any athlete. Inside MMA, new fighters began studying not only his striking style, but also the way he controlled attention. The sport evolved, and audiences grew larger than ever before. Yet behind the spotlight, a deeper question remains. Was Conor McGregor a product of the system, or the fighter who transformed the system itself? Because in mixed martial arts, greatness is measured not only by titles, but by the impact left on the next generation. Today, younger fighters walk into arenas carrying a different mindset. They understand that storytelling, branding, and confidence can change their path just as much as training. And maybe that's the real legacy. Not just the rise. Not just the fall. But the way one fighter changed how the world sees combat sports. If you enjoy stories that go beyond highlights and headlines, Stay with Pure Art, MMA. Here we explore the mindset, the pressure, and the reality behind every warrior who steps into the cage. Thank you for watching. More stories are coming soon.